Alrighty, so never would I thought that for the second consecutive week in a row on a Monday before I do the review of match week number 22 in terms of part number 2 that I will be doing another video talk about a head coach that got fired and end up in the chopping block. And unlike last week where we kind of saw it coming and in some way I kind of called it with Luchi Gonzalez, of course, getting end up in the chopping block following a miserable 6-2 loss against LAFC. This one I definitely did not saw coming, and I'm pretty sure a lot of St. Louis City fans did not saw this one coming either, as it was announced that today that St. Louis has fired Bradley Carnell after just only 1.5 season in charge of this team. Now, I know that, this season it's been a rough season for this St. Louis team, but between them drawing way too many games this season and also at times just nothing like they were last season and are clearly suffering a huge regression compared to what we saw from the first season. And then not to mention, those back pass goal that they of course got from last season and those lucky moments that they got last season has just kind of completely turned against them this year. And then of course the bad injury luck too, with the way that there's a lot of key guys that are currently hurt in this roster. Obviously, yes, that play a tribute to the bad run of form and just the a bit of a second season syndrome that St. Louis has suffered. But I did not think that that was going to be enough for Bradley Carnell to be fired. And I think the only thing I can think of that is the reason maybe the St. Louis front office are decided to let Bradley Carnell end up in the chopping block has to be something off the field, or maybe something to do with the fact that yeah, there were a couple of rumors surrounding that it seems like he hasn't handled the locker room very well, and that there are some players that clearly does not look eye to eye in terms of what Bradley Carnell has had. But even then, we still don't know if that, of course, is the case. And at least from what I heard, is that at least one or two players doesn't seem like they have see eye to eye with Bradley Carnell, and not just kind of the whole team just go completely rogue on Bradley Carnell. But this is definitely interesting. And again, this just shows you how ruthless sometimes this business can be, where you can have a team that has an incredible season on one end, but then as soon as the second season and they don't deliver to anywhere close to the incredible season that they had in the first, the front office is going to be ruthless. They're not afraid to look for another replacement, and that's kind of what St. Louis is basically settling the tune. And it will also be interesting to see now who, of course, will replace Bradley Carnell. And again, I know that we have seen a lot of head coaches has been gone this year, and a part of the reason why we see a lot of head coaches let go around this time of the period is that every single team what to bring in a new guy and hope that that will inject some term head coach boost and just kind of inject some life to get themselves back in the playoff picture. And while we have seen that of course has worked out for some team, people do need to know, and at least these teams need to know that it doesn't actually help in the long term in terms of trying to fix the real issue of the team. I mean, obviously, all these teams that have fired their head coaches, they do not have a really good squad, and while they might magically play well because these players are playing hard for the new interim head coach, it's not going to last forever. And again, we're definitely seeing it with some of these teams that have had interim head coach for a while, and they definitely have started to kind of taper down to a point where they're almost in the exact same spot that they were in before they decided to let go of their head coach. And also in terms of Bradley Carnell, I have no doubt that he's going to get another job in MLS because I think he's done a really good job with St. Louis. And again, given the circumstances that he has to deal with this season, and again, just show you why this is kind of a harsh firing. Again, with all these injuries that he's been dealing with, and also the lack of signing that this St. Louis team has gone. It feels like they're really waiting into the summer transfer window to really make some big moves to really improve the squad. But last season they didn't really quite improve the squad. In fact, they lost a couple of key guys as a result of that. And then, of course, not to mention, of course, the injuries and the luck, and also the regression started to hit them hard this season. Yeah, I think Bradley Carnell may have been on kind of got on the hard end of the stick in terms of this, and there's no doubt that I think he's going to to get another chance. And especially all these teams that currently have interim head coach, I would not be surprised. They might get on the phone of Bradley Carnell and saying, "Hey, why not coach our team? Because he's done a very good job in his first season with St. Louis, and I have no doubt that he's going to try to replicate that with another team. So yeah, we'll see whether or not if these teams that currently have interim head coach, whether they might give Bradley Carnell a chance and hire him and hope that they can get them out of the bad spot that they're in and maybe make a playoff push. But for now, we'll see how St. Louis is going to do in the near future, and that we'll see whether if when they do get their interim head coach in, whether that gives them a bit of a boost, or maybe they might even look for a permanent head coach too. It's hard to believe that of all these teams that currently have interim head coaches, none of these teams has hired a permanent head coach, or at least announced a permanent head coach that will take over the team for the rest of the season. But there you have it. That is pretty much it in terms of my reaction to Bradley Carnell being fired from St. Louis City. Let me know in the comments below what do you think of this news, and also St. Louis fans. Let me know in the comments below what do you think of this. I'm pretty sure you're pretty shocked in terms of hearing this news. But either way, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, make sure you guys do like, smash the subscribe button, and yeah, I of course will see you guys next time.